The FPSGUN FG-1000 was made in 2007 by Zalman. It's a vaguely pistol grip shaped computer mouse, which I have shown before in episode 172, where I reviewed the Monster Gecko pistol mouse FPS. Zalman is still active today and besides mouse and keyboard devices, sells computer cooling solutions and cases. Aside gun mice that really look like a pistol, such as the G-mouse and the LM60, there are mice that leave away the top portion of the gun and just keep the handle. This makes those mice more stealthy and easier to ship. Noteworthy representatives are the Human League M60A3-DG and the recently released Divua Technology Ragnarok mouse gun. The FG-1000 is the earliest handle-only gun mouse I'm aware of. If one was to draw a spectrum of mice between the two extreme poles of a vertical ergonomic mouse and a one-to-one pistol replica, the FG-1000 would lean more towards the vertical mouse side. The pistol grip seems to be screwed towards the left-hand side and is unusually wide at the bottom. Furthermore, the grip is way too short and thus it can't be held like a pistol at all. The thumb can't encompass the handle and instead lies on a flat bed where two programmable buttons and the mouse wheel are located. Similarly, the pinky finger can't encompass the handle at the bottom as it is stopped by a plastic obstacle in the base. If the pinky is placed firmly at the obstacle, which acts as a support, movement of the mouse is actually fairly convenient. At the handle are two trigger buttons, which are mapped to the right and left mouse button respectively. These rely on quality Omron miniature microswitches and are a joy to use. In the front segment is a button which toggles between various available DPI settings. The sensitivity can be set up between 100 and 2000 dots per inch, quantized in small steps. The division of the mouse into two segments, which make the mouse super long, at first glance seems like a strange choice. It was, however, a conscious design decision and was advertised as a feature. The sensor portion of the mouse is located in the front. The argument can be made that this way a higher angular mouse movement can be achieved compared to traditional mice when moving the arm or the wrist the same distance. Bear in mind that friction is physically independent from the contact surface area and thus there is no real disadvantage to the FG-1000's unusual shape. Despite its release date, the configuration software runs fine on Windows 10. It lets the user reassign the functions of the 5 programmable buttons and offers various speed settings. Each of the 3 available DPI slots can be assigned to a setting chosen from a drop-down list. 5 distinct profiles can be saved to the computer. Personally, I like gun mice for relative position cursor shifting games, which reset the camera often and thus would be a chore to play with gyro controllers and light guns. To me, the FG-1000 isn't gun-like enough to give me that extra bit of immersion I'm looking for. As a vertical mouse, however, I deem this gun very competent. In direct comparison with Logitech's flagship the MX Vertical, I much prefer the FG-1000. Being called the FPSGUN, I tested its gaming capabilities in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. While it did not make me a better player or anything, I performed like I would have with a regular mouse right from the start, without any period of adaptation. Moving and using the FG-1000 felt natural to me, and there was no learning required. Even using the standard button mapping, ignoring the provided configuration software, the mouse worked well for most tested games. In my opinion, the see-through retail packaging of the FG-1000 looks very attractive. The core features of the mouse are nicely presented in the front and are translated to various languages in the back, surrounding a labeled photo of the device. This is the end of the review. My name is Ben. I thank you for viewing.